So let's attempt to go on a little adventure towards happiness. I have no real idea where this is going to go, but this is kind of the first video of this kind where I'm just kind of exploring happiness theory and what happiness means. So I just kind of want to start with happiness. Like, we all talk about happiness all the time. I think I know what happiness is, but if you actually ask me to describe it, I don't think I can necessarily put my finger on what it actually is. I usually know that the feeling's there, but I often know it afterwards, if that makes any sense. So I don't always notice that I'm fully happy in the moment. Sometimes, yeah, sure, that excitement and that comes and that happiness is there. And at other times, when I'm feeling a little bit low or anxious or tired or whatever, I'm like, oh, I was happy yesterday. I was thinking I was doing this. And then you necessarily, I sometimes associate that specific thing in my head with, okay, well, that brings me happiness. And isn't necessarily the case, but that's kind of what I want to explore. That's what the whole point of this is. I want to be able to actually really experience that happiness. So instead of noticing it after the fact, I want to be able to notice it when I'm feeling it and just be able to acknowledge that I'm feeling happy or peaceful or calm and really actually accept that happiness. So before I can actually get anywhere near what happiness is and my own happiness, which I feel like I've been exploring for a long time, maybe just let Google do it for us. And let's go on a little adventure through Google. So first thing I'm going to do is just type in happy into Google. So what comes up? Well, Pharrell Williams, obviously, and his incessant song, which, can't lie, it's got an aspect of happiness to it. You can see why that makes people happy, but that's not really the happiness I'm searching for. So let's have a little scroll down here and see what we get. Okay, New York Times. That'll do. How to be happy. It sounds like an excellent place to start. So let's have a little look at this. Where does it tell us to start? Oh, okay, the mind. Now we're talking my language. So we have to talk to ourselves kindly, have less negative thoughts, and kind of treat oneself as if you would treat a friend. It's quite a nice concept. It's really good. Really, really easy to say. Positive thinking, not negative thinking, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, great. I don't think it's the be-all and end-all of how we get to happiness, but sure, it's a nice place to start. Being kind to yourself is never a bad thing. Next one on their list, controlled breathing. Okay, again, excellent. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, control your breathing. There's a lot of theory, there's a lot of work on this through meditation, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's different religions. Meditation is a big thing. Controlled breathing alongside that is excellent. Yeah, not very easy to do, especially when you're panicking or anxious or depressed or happy. Any of the rest, controlling your breathing is really not easy. So, moving down the list, what do we have? Okay. Rewrite your story. Okay. So emotive writing, there's been some research shown that emotive writing can really reduce depression. I'm going to put the links all down below, so have a little look at that. And I'm going to talk about this a lot more because I think I'm going to try and do a video about emotive writing and see what that kind of looks like to me and see if that actually does have an impact on mental health and improving happiness and reducing anxiety and depression. So wait for that. We'll wait and see. Okay, final one about the mind is to get moving. Okay, so it said get moving, so I grabbed G. So next one on the list is to become an optimist. Well, hopefully. Okay, so that's everything that the New York Times tells us to do in terms of how to be happy from a point of view of the mind. Okay, so now we're on the home section. So wait, so you just told me to leave the home. I told you to get moving. That was my happy place. And the first one on the list that we have is find your happy place. Okay, so they're talking countries. And Finland is obviously the happiest country in the world. And how do we know that? Because we have the happiness report. But what is happy in Finnish?
In Finnish, onnellinen.
The happiness report being, I'm not quite sure who did it, but the link is definitely down in the doobly-doo below. And the happiness report is, the way that they do it is it's a ladder of happiness. So 0 being at the bottom of the ladder is your worst possible life, and 10 being at the top of the ladder is your best possible life. And they ask people where they are currently on that ladder. And that's how you get the score, and that's how you decide who is the happiest country. So Finland is the happiest. Okay, well that also begs the question, and I can't be the only one who's thinking it then, is, well, where do I sit on that ladder currently? So I really don't know, and I just want to go with my gut. So the first number that comes to my head when I think about it is probably a 6. Yeah, that's all we're talking about today with happiness theory. Going to get more into this and see where the New York Times takes us. Like I said, all the links are down below, and we're going to continue this in another part, so watch out for that. That'll be in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, that's all we have time. It's not all we have time for, literally got nothing but time. So like, subscribe, share, press the bells. Like I said, all the links are down below. You can get them. And again, like, subscribe, share. Enjoy.